Hi everyone, I received a question regarding Thursday's assignment on numbers 4, 5, and 6. So I decided to go ahead and just work through these questions real quick and try to give as much detail as I can regarding the relationships to solve each one. So we're going to start with number 4. In this 35-degree angle, this is the inscribed angle. And I highlight it here. So it's this angle right here, a little bigger. So this is 35 degrees, which ultimately means that its included arc, or intercepted arc, it's the same thing. That means it has to be double that value. So this angle would be 70 degrees. Now what we ultimately want to determine the question mark angle. Okay, so with that in mind, let's go to something else we know here. This will be, well, here's what we do know. This is a big one, and this might come up in a lot of questions. FD is a diameter. So a diameter will split your circle into 2 equal parts, meaning the full measure of this semicircle is 180 degrees. So 180 take away 70, that'll leave 110 degrees for your answer. Okay, so the purpose of this 35 is to see that, we can discover this this arc and its measure, and it's 70 degrees because it always has to be double the value of if it's inscribed angle. Now looking at number 5, I see that, so another diameter. That means that this measure is a semicircle, and that will be 180 degrees. So the way to solve this question would be to take these 2 measures, because they're the measures representing NM and LM. They have to be 180 degrees. So I would say 13x minus 10 plus 7x minus 10 has to equal 180 degrees. And from there, we would get 20x minus 20 equals 180. Add 20 to the other side, you get 200. And then divide by 20 to get x is 10. We're finding the measure of angle NLM, that is this measure right here. That's going to be half of its intercepted arc, which is 7x minus 10. So I can use the 10 to say that, the measure of arc NM has to equal 7 times 10 minus 10, which would be 70, take away 10, which would be 60 degrees. That means that the measure of angle NLM has to be half of the intercepted arc, which is 30 degrees. Now for the next one, this takes into account that for a cyclic quadrilateral, or we can just say it's an inscribed quadrilateral. What's true here is that when you look at the opposite angles, so here's one angle, and then here's another one, they're opposite intercepted arcs. So for the green angle, this is one arc that's intercepted by the green angle, and then the arc that's intercepted by the blue angle, angle G, would be this one. Well, if I add those arcs together, they have to be 360 degrees, but what we do know about the main relationship with inscribed angles is that the inscribed angle is half of the measure of its intercepted arc. So that means that when I add the inscribed angles together, they would have to be half of the measure of the sum of my arcs, which is half of 360, so they have to be 180 degrees, or supplementary. So I'm going to say 21x minus 2 plus 38x x plus 5 has to equal 180 degrees. Now doing some algebra, that's going to be 59x, this will be plus 3 equals 180. So 59x is going to equal, take 3 away, we get 177. Then dividing by 59. Yes, I have to use my calculator here. 177 divided by 59. 3. I guess I could have thought that out, but there we go. You get 3. That's not the answer, though. You want to find the measure of the arc FGH. So in that order, F to G to H. FGH would be the measure of the yellow arc here, which is related to its inscribed angle, which is FAH. So if I can find the inscribed angle, then I know the arc has to be twice that value. So 38 plus 3 plus 5, that has to equal 119 degrees. So if that's 119 degrees, that means that the measure of arc FGH has to be twice that value. So 2 times 119 would give me 238 degrees. Well, I hope that helped. Please keep the questions coming. I'm proud of you guys for all the work that you're submitting. I love to see the written out works. I can see kind of what you're doing, what you're thinking. The more work, the better, especially as we continue to communicate like this. Thanks for your remind messages. I hope all is well. You guys are staying healthy and finding some enjoyment at home with family and loved ones. So we'll talk soon. For now, it's Mr. Larrabee. I'm out.